Hi, my name is Sarah Rubin, and I'm the Regional Marketing Director for Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation's Mid-Atlantic region. And today, in conjunction with Cindy Bishop Worldwide, we're going to dive into Generation Z and who they are. So with that, I'm going to share my screen and we will get started. Okay, so as mentioned, we are really diving into who is Gen Z, what makes them tick, what makes them different, and what can we learn about working with them. So Generation Z are those people born approximately from 1995 to 2006, meaning they are just about 23 to 14 years old. And I do put that with the older age first for a reason. We're not really talking about the 14-year-olds because we're not targeting them with real estate sales at the moment. We're really talking about that 20 to 23-year-olds. And I know that that may sound young when we're talking about buying a home or selling a home potentially, but we are actually talking about a generation that values home sales and real estate. So it is important that we recognize that this is a powerful generation in our industry and learn about who they are and, again, what makes them tick. So approximately 42% of the world's population is under the age of 25. So Gen Z has already and will continue to influence absolutely everything. They make up a huge portion of today's population, and we cannot discount the influence that they have had on parents, grandparents, siblings, the world, and that all of that influence is going to continue to build and build and build. So what is the difference really between our millennials and Gen Z? And we are going to talk about millennials and what makes them tick in other videos, but for today, we're really talking about what is the difference between these two generations that are so close in age. So millennials in general, and again, these are all generalizations based in research and fact, but they are generalizations. There will be people who are millennials who don't fall into this and people who are Gen Zs that don't fall into this. But in general, millennials are really dreamers. They dream about things, they dream about careers, they dream about goals. They're not really thinking about what can I do today that will make this attainable for tomorrow. Gen Z, however, are the doers. They are thinking exactly about how I can do things today that will impact my results for tomorrow, and they are doing whatever it takes to get the results that they wish. So it's really the idea of dreamers versus doers. So what are they like? What makes them kind of work and get through a day? So Gen Z is really hardworking, potentially too hardworking. They really value putting everything they have into their work, into their friendships, into their various commitments. Nothing for them is kind of too overwhelming. They would much rather work hard and get those results, build those relationships, have that impact. They're incredibly entrepreneurial. So they have been thinking about how to work and how to potentially work independently for years. Many of them started businesses at age 15, 16, 17 using YouTube. They understand how to be entrepreneurs and how to make products and companies by themselves. They don't feel the need to join large companies. We're likely to see many Gen Zers join the real estate industry for that reason exactly. And they are incredibly strong. And no, that doesn't mean they have Hulk-like strength. It means that they are mentally tough. They can take criticism, they can take feedback, they can take pressure. They are really, really strong in their mindset. So being so hardworking and valuing that entrepreneurship, they're willing to kind of do whatever it takes to build the life that they wish. And they are strong enough to make those things happen. So what do you need to know about this generation? You understand some of the basic characteristics, but what do you need to know? 85% of Gen Z find out about new products through social media. So if you are selling a home, it is incredibly important that Gen Z can find that home and find you on social media. They are independent and resilient. So like I said previously, with the strong component, they will bounce back and will do it by themselves. They don't need coddling. They don't need that kind of push. They are independent and resilient by themselves. They're hungry. They want more. They want better, and they will do what it takes to get there. They believe they deserve a seat at the table because they have been working and researching and learning since they were so young. They believe that their experience actually is far more important than just their age and their work experience. They believe that they have earned that seat at the table based on how hard they worked as kids to really become strong, resilient, hardworking individuals. They're an incredibly diverse population. They're always looking for inspiration, that next great idea. They need curation. So they are looking for continuous content and they need it to be organized. They need that structure. It's why we're seeing things like Instagram highlights come out or Pinterest pages. Gen Z craves that kind of website, web page organization. They believe in personalization and they know it is possible. They expect that their home buying journey or any journey is personalized to them, and they know that technology and individuals have the ability to do that. Not everyone has to get the same thing. One size absolutely does not fit all. And I think potentially one of the most important things you need to know about this generation is that their brains are just different. They have been brought up differently, they think differently, and they can multitask differently. So where previously we were talking about how long there was for millennials to have an attention span, Gen Z, you have about 8 seconds to catch their attention. If you do not catch their attention in that 8-second period, they are scrolling past you. So you have really a short period of time before they are multitasking or moving on to something different. And then lastly, what do you do kind of to reach this generation now that you understand a little bit about who they are? Research or read. I am a huge fan of Instabrain by Sarah Weiss. It gives you all of the information you really need to know about this generation. It's a super powerful book. Do your research. Organize your information, organize your social media pages, organize your web pages. Make sure things are easy to find and are in really organized ways. Join the platforms that Gen Z is on. Get on Instagram. Get out there so that you can see and interact and really learn from Gen Z, not just learn about Gen Z. Personalize, I can't highlight that enough. All of your materials, all of your kind of journeys for home buyers or sellers need to be personalized. You need to adapt. You need to be willing to kind of change a little bit of your business model and your communication methods to reach Gen Z in a way that they understand. And then you need to measure your results. If you are making adaptations and they're not producing the results you want, you need to adapt again and potentially just move on to something different. So once they love you, you need to keep that love affair going. I mentioned you only have about 8 seconds to catch their attention. You need to continue to catch their attention. You need to continue to put content out there that they care about, that they'll connect to, and that they'll continue to love. So as always, you can follow along with me on social media for marketing tips and tricks on how to really connect with Gen Z. And you can visit cindybishoptraining.com for an abundance of materials that will help you take your real estate business to that next level. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to talking to you soon.